Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sabrina's Cleaning Tips and Tricks, and we are here doing a deep clean today for a bathroom. With the deep clean for a recurring client, I try to do a basic clean for a basic cleaning for a reoccurring client in the beginning isn't just reoccurring. I have stuff in my glasses. It's in the beginning, I try to do a deep clean of every room. Now, do I charge them different? No, I don't. And some people are going to hate me. Some people are going to disagree with me. I don't really care. So, today we are doing a deep clean for a bathroom for a recurring client, and I want to show you the product. I want to show you what I'm doing. I want to show you the steps. I want to show you it all. So let's get started. The products that I use are Zep Multi-Purpose Cleaner, CLR or Lime Away, Soft Scrub or Barkeeper's Friend, and whoopsie daisy, and the pink stuff. The tools, let's make sure that, the tools that you are going to need or that I use, my hands are all nasty, or that I use are my famous, but never forgotten, pumice scouring sheet. These are amazing. You can find them on Amazon. I think you can get 50 for like $9. I mean, it's super cheap. They're huge, like double this. Like if you put two of these together side by side, that's what comes in there. And so I just take my scissors and I just whoop all the way. So I get 100. I make 100 out of these. I get 50, but I make 100 because I put them in. That's what I do. Anyway, I use a pumice scouring sheet, and I always make sure that this is wet all the time. And you may not need it to be wet, but that's what I do, just so there's no scratching. The next thing that I use are tile and grout brushes. I also use, I use the thin and the thick. I have realized in the last few weeks that not very good connection because we're in the basement. But thin, I've realized that thin really works for me. It's harder. I don't know, it just does a better job. Anyway, we have the tile and grout brush. We have both of the tile and grout brushes. We have the pumice scouring sheet. We have, of course, the Scrub Mommy. And am I missing anything? Nope. I think that's it. So let me show you what I've done so far, and then we can go into the steps and all of that. Okay, so I've already done almost all of this. I did the whole wall. I did the little shelves, all 4 of them. I did in the corners. I used my tile and grout brush in the corners. And over here in the corners. For this, I used the pink stuff, and then I used my pumice scouring sheet. Not very hard. Not very hard, just enough. Okay. And as you can see, I've done half of the tub. Now, I still need to rinse this, but you can see the huge difference already. So, I would like to go into it and just finish this little area, because I've been doing it in little minute areas because it is a tough thing to remove. So let's get started. The first thing that I like to do is I like to have a bucket of water. Just hot soap, or hot pure water. So make sure I have everything. Make sure that I have my pink stuff down here. My scrub mommy. I would like to do this area really fast. So let's say that you don't have a scrub brush or a washcloth or a scouring pad or any of that. And you're like, I can't do this because I don't have any of that. You don't even need to use gloves with this. I do because it is a client's home, but at home I don't have to use gloves because this is a non-toxic. The pink stuff is non-toxic. It has all natural ingredients. If you look at it, all natural ingredients. You can use this on anything. Just, I would say, test a small area for yourself, but for my sake, I've used it on pretty much anything that I've cleaned. Stoves, ovens, microwaves, showers, tubs, sinks, stainless steel, toilets, ceramic, porcelain, marble, tile. I mean, I've used it on everything. So I'm going to get my area wet. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to show you that you may not need the tools to do this. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to come off this easy because it depends on the texture, it depends on the material. This is fiberglass, so porcelain might be a little bit easier, but I don't know. But if you remember what it did look like, and I'm just using my fingertips, my whole hand, my palm, my fingertips, all of it. Just this little area. Now we're going to go in, we're going to rinse my hand. We're going to move this stuff so you can see all of this run down. Look at that. This is just from the pink stuff. And look at this area. So you can see this tiny area where I did not get it. So I'm just taking a very little bit. Okay? So I'm going to rub that. And you don't need very much. A little goes a long way. And it goes even longer if you get it wet just a little bit. Okay. Now let's see. See? I missed a little bit more. But this is just, I just want to show you that this is just with my fingertips and my hand. So, you know, when you're down and you're out and you're stressed or whatever and you want to clean, sometimes I get stressed and that's what I do. I just clean. So I learned that I didn't always have, things to use ever. In the beginning, I didn't have my own stuff. So I had to use my clients' materials and scrub brushes and dish soap and all of that. And that's okay because when you're starting out or whatever, it's okay. It's okay. And so when you're at home and you don't even have a business and you just want to clean something, you can do this on your own. You can use your own fingers. You can use your own hands. So and don't ever think that you can't do something. Don't let anyone tell you that because of this or that you can't do something. Because I'm going to tell you that with my coaching, I have a coach, Monica Wrights is her company, Monica Miller. Give a shout out to Monica Miller. So you can see the difference. And this is, let me get up so you can see the coloration. So you can see the huge difference. So this is, obviously, I mean, look at this. This was just from my hands. There you go. That was just from my hands. That's amazing. Amazing. Just imagine what you can do with your hands with all this. Now, let's show you how fast it goes with a few tools. So we're going to start with the Scrub Mommy. We're going to dip it in to the pink stuff. I try to get about that much, just enough to kiss it. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to work our way from top to bottom, left to right. Now, I'm not saying I'm just going to go strips, but I am going to scrub. And some areas are going to be more difficult. Why? I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure. But sometimes it's the simplest products that get the job done. I remember as a kid, my mom would give me medication, that nasty cherry flavory syrup, that cough syrup. And it would taste so nasty, but it just seemed like it worked, And so that's the kind of thing that I like when it comes to cleaning. Sometimes it's not about those, big fancy chemicals and stuff like that. Sometimes it just works with you and your budget. Sometimes it just works. And you don't have to explain to anybody why it works. It just works, right? Inexpensive, expensive. And if you want to go out and buy those chemicals that work just as well, and sometimes even better, by all means. I would love to know what they are, so maybe I can try them and I can tell you how I like it or I don't like it. Let's try my tile and brow brush. So we're going to take our stuff. Now this time I'm not going to rub as much. I'm just going to, look at this. It's already coming off. I mean, this is amazing. Amazing stuff. I love it. And it's only $5.97. No, $4.97. $5.97? I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to take our scouring sheet, and if you want to, I sometimes do a little dab of, or do a little spray of the Zep Cleaner, multi-purpose, just to touch it up and let it soak in and do its job and maybe be friendly and work together. And you can see, look at that. Immediately, they work together as a team And you can see that, the way that they just work together. I wish that I could take a time lapse, kind of thing. Because I just get so excited when I can actually see the outcome. And I can see the moment of before and after. And so it's amazing. So we're going to take our scouring pad. And so this time I will show you. Sorry that the phone is bouncing. My camera did come in. I'm going to have to get in the tub. And yes, I get in the tub. But guess what? I have shoes on. And this tub is kind of comfortable to sit in. So I'm going to sit in it. On the ledge, of course. So my camera came in. It's very nice. It's a camcorder, actually. It's a camcorder. And it's very nice. I got it off of Amazon. It's a 5K. Believe it or not, it's a 5K, and it is very, very nice. You can see the details. You can see the infrared. It actually has infrared, y'all. Infrared. We tried it out. Yes, we did. I think it's taking longer this time because I'm sitting in the bathtub. Oh. And I'm getting old. I'm 40. Okay. Now, let's see if there's a difference. Okay, ready? Oh, yeah. Look at that. I mean, I'm almost done.